Hi everyone. So today I'm processing tomatoes. I've got loads of tomatoes that I have been putting in the freezer, and I'm so glad to be able to clear those out. Finally, I've got a mixture in here of all the red, and these, I've got loads of these. These are Green Envy, they're called. They look like that. They've been fantastic. I only had 2 plants of the Green Envy, and they've been incredibly prolific growers this year. We've been able to eat so many already, and I've got loads. So I'm going to do these as 2 different sauces, 2 different, and just cook them down, blend them up and can them, and then they can be just a basis of anything throughout the year. And this will take a few hours to cook down. If the lighting gets too bad, I will then probably finish it off and can them up tomorrow. So I'm going to weigh them first to see how much I've got, and then get going. So that's nearly 6 kilos of the Green Envy, which is fantastic. I'm going to just go through and make sure. I did try and be pretty good about I didn't core them, but I did try and make sure I took all the, and I did wash them, make sure I took all the, what are they called? You know, leaves off. Stems, that's it. But I'm just going to go through and make sure that I've done that, and then I think I'm going to pop these ones into my slow cooker to cook down. I don't think I'm going to just keep adding more as it cooks down, I think. So let's just get that on to cook on high. And I've got some extra ones here which are fresh, so I'm just going to add these to it. I'm just going to get that water heating up, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes to it. So once the tomatoes have started to unfreeze, then I'm going to take the lid off, because I don't want there to be too much water collecting. I do want that to cook off. So I'm just going to start turning these. And hope I can fit some more in. put the mutant one in there. It's the next day and the tomatoes have cooked down really well. I was a bit worried about using the slow cooker, but I didn't have another really big pot, and actually it worked really well. It probably took a bit longer. Well, it definitely took a bit longer, but I just left the lid off. Once the tomatoes had unfrozen, I then just took the lid off and it cooked. I have been building up my jar collection for a while now, and they are so expensive. I don't know when that happened, but I managed to get a good deal because I shopped around. But yeah, it's still something that is an added cost, but this makes it all worth it. Please tell me what this is like in America, where you do so much more canning. Here it's not something we do as much. We tend to make just preserves and things that we water bath. I think you can buy a proper pressure canner, but they are pretty pricey. Also, storage is a big problem for all of us, and as much as I would love to have a mass of home stored goods, there's just nowhere for us to put it. So anyway, I am just putting some citric acid and salt into each jar, and then putting in the tomato, which I've just blended to make it a little bit smoother. I had considered adding some extra things to this, like doing a soup, but again, things get a little bit tricky with storage, and I am not confident enough about doing, what I can and can't water bath. I would absolutely love any tips that anyone has on what I can do next time, what I can safely water bath and not have to what I can store without having to have a pressure canner. Yes, there is always loads of cleanup in the kitchen, and I wish I was a tidier cook, but I'm not. This is just now the green tomatoes, and after I did this, I also did the cherry tomatoes, which I only had 2 little jars of. Next year I am definitely going to store more of my cherry tomatoes because we've already used some, and the flavour is amazing, and it's just a lovely thing to have as an added side to a dish. And all of this, I don't know whether it works out economically to grow things your own, but I do know that there's not all the added preservatives and all the extra ingredients, especially sugar, that you have in the ones you buy from the store. And also, there is nothing quite like the satisfaction of cooking something that you've made yourself from scratch, even if it is something really, really simple like this. And yes, this is simple, but it's a start. And I would again love to hear your thoughts on what are some other good things to can, and any tips and tricks would be very gratefully received. tomatoes are all done. I've just got to finish off labelling them. I had 16 kilos of tomatoes to start with, and that has made 25 of these half-litre jars, and I've got a couple of these quarters for cherry tomatoes. I just need to find somewhere to put them now. I'm Teresa and I deal with the cooking side of things here, as you might have guessed. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.